I don't really want to go through all that. I don't want that, the whole thing. I'm too impatient. I don't feel like waiting for that thing to count all the way down to do the dang video. Like I just don't want to wait for it. So, and there's a few people on already, so we might as well just chat, I suppose. We'll pull up comments, and what we'll do is we'll utilize super chat as much as possible. So, for those of you that support us with super chat and stuff, we'll make sure that your comments and questions are answered first and foremost, and get through the list of questions and whatnot as we go. But we'll just kind of, talk a little bowl and talk a little shop, kind of do one of those things. It's a unusual Friday. Once a month on Friday, we don't have any leagues in this center because we always have. There's like every other week leagues that go on Friday, and then we have a once a month league that goes on Fridays, and then 1 week it just falls to where none of those leagues fall on Friday. So we just end up with that. So we will talk a little bit of everything, including the matchmaker we have coming up here in about a week and a half or so, which this never fails. Every time I try to do something, I get a customer in here. So I'm going to have to hold off, and we'll do a little work here. What's going on?
All right.
Good. How you doing? What you got?
Just
Other than
you're going live in like a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, two shoulders full of bags. Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all are going to have to wait, and I will be back. So we'll just kind of keep this here, and we'll let you. Actually, maybe we'll just. What do you got going on? What are we doing?
I don't have balls with me. I have to talk to you about other things.
Okay. Well, we can chat live. It's okay. It's all right. What?
Because I was sent a message to Lee and Krista.
Okay.
That I was going to come see you. I'm wondering if you saw anything about my brand new bubble cleaner.
Okay. Oh! I got you. You have the cleaner. All right. So what's different about it? Let me see it.
It does just about everything all in one.
Okay.
Makes your ball tacky. Cleans all the ball marks off. All in one fell swoop.
One clean swoop, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, all right. So what's going to make a customer buy this before the ones that I have in the shelf there?
They have to try it first. That is my main deal, is getting in to get everybody to try it. I've gone through just about all the cleaners you have in there to make what I made.
Okay.
So I combined everything that you have basically into one bottle.
Okay.
I've tried.
And you've got it all approved and everything through SBC already?
Yes, sir.
So that's good. Okay. Oh, see, I don't know if this is going to work. It says I can't ingest it. If I can't drink it, why do I want it?
Exactly. Everybody gives me that comment of, why do you have to put that little bit warning on? I'm just trying to protect myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For optimal performance, spray directly on your bowling ball and or onto a microfiber cloth using a circular motion. Clean your bowling ball. Repeat if necessary. So does it work any better on a spinner, or is it?
I use a spinner at home after I've cleaned them, after I've bowled.
Okay.
Just to take a little bit extra off and make sure I get, the heat does a little to it. I don't know what about that makes it work a little bit better.
Right.
But I really work it into the ball as much as I can.
Okay.
I've been trying to get into you for months.
Yeah. Yeah. No success.
I work a day job.
Okay.
So
Okay. So have you compared? I mean, obviously you said you went through a lot of these cleaners already that are in there.
I've gone through.
And what were you looking for when you were?
To get optimal performance out of one ball, I liked I'm trying to think of CTD. I've tried their stuff. They have, you know, the purple stuff, and they have the Retacifier. I wanted to get the Retacifier performance in one cleaner than having two.
Okay.
I've tried all the Ultimates. I've tried Reverie. I've tried Storm. One guy that I know buys Reverie. What is the other one? Tack Up.
Mm-hmm. Tack Up.
He prefers mine over Tack Up.
Okay. So you're getting like free advertising right now.
Yes,
so
sir.
It works out pretty good for you in your favor. So if a lot of my my base says, "Hey, I'll try it," I don't have a reason not to carry it, you know. So, and you know what? Honestly, I'll carry anything, to be completely honest, because I'll be completely blunt when it comes to cleaners. I don't know what to look for as far as a difference. I mean, I've never noticed a cleaner that works better than another. I've never noticed a cleaner that works worse than another, you know. So, but then again, I've never actually paid any attention to it either. What I can tell you is the spray cleaners work better than, like, you know, those pull cloths.
Oh yeah.
Like at Turbo, when I worked at Turbo, we had the what are the strike wipes and stuff.
Strike wipes.
I thought they were okay, but when it came to actually getting the grime, the bad stuff off, it was more difficult because you couldn't get enough liquid. They weren't saturated enough to be able to actually get it wet enough to get the crap off.
Very true.
So
but that was during play too. You could use those at that time.
Right. Yeah. Well,
now
you can't use anything. Somebody screwed that up, but and either way, I mean, I don't know that I ever agreed with being able to use anything during play anyway.
Only if you got a big belt mark or something.
Right. You got rubber and junk on the ball, then sure, that makes sense. But to be able to clean and wipe it off after every shot, I don't know. I mean, you're changing the surface every shot, basically.
Absolutely,
so,
you are. Totally agree with you.
Because that's kind of the thing, you know, is bowling balls when you initially start them, say at 1,000, you know, sure, and then you put it on a scanner. Generally, 1,000 grip pad's going to come out to about 1,100 rather than 1,000. But then you go and you throw a dozen shots, and all of a sudden, you know, that same ball that was at 1,300 comes out to like 4,300 just from adding oil.
Absolutely.
You know, so, and that's, you know, like when you're talking about like purple hammers and stuff like that, that's why it's so key to wipe them off, because that oil sits on them. Luckily with urethane, they don't absorb the oil like the reactives do. So it's not as important to clean, you know, for me. I mean, most towels just smear the oil all over the bowling balls anyway. You know, so
I prefer the leather chamois.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the leather chamois is, especially with the urethane, is they stick so much to it that it's hard to, like, you can't give it the old spin, and you know, because it's so tacky.
I found a few that did. They were just a little softer leather.
Right, and they just didn't take off the oil as much, you know. So that's the benefit of the tacky ones, is they take the oil off, and the ones that didn't, they didn't. So you kind of, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. But,
absolutely.
So okay.
I'll put you in some samples so you can try it when I'm not here.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, I mean, I always have a bottle. You see, I have a bottle cleaner right on the desk right there for whenever I'm you know, marking up a ball and I screw up or something, I can clean it off really fast. So, oh yeah, no, I'm one of those guys where I'll lay out a ball 3 or 4 times before I'm finally make a decision. Okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I saw the one you did earlier. I wanted to see that ball.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah, here, I'll bring this over there. Actually, y'all can see this too. Yeah, so we're laying out this ball right here. So this is the ball we're laying out, which is just one of the electrifies. And this is how it's going to end up being. So her thumb and fingers will be just like this, because that dot right there is her positive access point, which is this. So it's 3/4 inch by 5/8 inch. And that's kind of where we're going with it. So put this back so you can see me. Just go like that. But that's what's kind of crazy to me is that's a lot of. I've never seen a positive axis like that before.
I've never seen one there either.
Yeah. So she has an issue with her bowling balls hitting the dry and then making a sharp motion and then doing nothing the rest of the way, which makes complete sense because of, it's super high tilt. I mean, her ball literally tracks like right here, and that's it. So, well, bud, what'd you do? Uh-oh, did you screw the internet up? It went to the box blaster again, didn't it? Yep. I'll get that on there. And go. There you go. So, oh yeah, and I drilled one of these bad boys. Billy will be happy with this. This is the old Slate UDOT.
Oh wow!
We plugged it up. Look at that plug job. Oh, holes were right there.
That's
a pretty good plug job right there, right?
Very good plug job.
Can't even see it. Camera can't see it. I'm sure camera can't even see it. But we drilled this. I was lazy today. I was going to do a video. I was going to do a old school urethane versus new school. I mean, we kind of already know the results of what that's going to do, but
I got a blue fab ball that I might bring you.
Yeah, that's cool. It's an old school one, yeah. But those ones still kind of hook. This one supposedly doesn't hook at all, or didn't.
I know you're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm certainly going to find out. You're dang right. Well, let me see. Do I have a cruddy ball here that I can try this cleaner on? Let me see if I got an old ball sitting. Actually, this might be the oldest thing I have in here. Everything else has only got like a dozen shots just from reviews. So what we got. I'll get a new towel. Don't want to use an old towel.
I was just going to say, I like using yellow or white, just so I can show.
Yeah.
You can use that one or this one, doesn't matter to me.
It's your sample. There's a little one on here. Does it stink? It does stink. It stinks like a ball cleaner. Just like a normal ball cleaner.
I thought it had a nicer smell than normal ball cleaner.
I mean, it's got that alcohol-y type of smell to it. So it's black. Towel's definitely black. Let's try one more on that same spot. See how tacky she gets. Well, you can't say it doesn't work, that's for sure.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, usually a good sign when you can hear a squeak. Like brand new bowling balls give you the squeak. You take a little bit. Not so much there. None there. Yeah, so the squeak is a good sign, Let's try backside with this, whatever this is. I mean, I literally, when I stocked this place up, I just said, give me like 5 of whatever cleaners you got in there. Because again, I didn't really notice or pay any attention to anything. do it kind of like a...
Get your test papers.
Yeah, see, that's what, okay, so you could see a difference there. So what I like about this is it doesn't take away the shine. Back here, you can see how much duller it made the bowling ball with this stuff. So maybe they can't see it on, I know you can't see it on camera because I don't have the camera on there. Oh, turn, there we go. There we go, now. So we got a logo there, a logo here. So this one should dull it up. That's what it did before.
Mine should leave a shiny ball shine and a dull ball dull.
Yeah, so you see there, so now it's dull. It's almost like it was like an acetone type of look. So it's got like a, I don't know, a rougher finish than what it was. Let's see what yours does. mean, I can notice a difference.
Yeah, I can use
This one feels like,
see it.
this one looks like it's like got a film on it almost. So not so much. A little bit different. Is that better or worse? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. I mean, I know I don't like those bowling balls that come back, and I mean, like when somebody comes in and they says, "Will you clean this ball for me?" I don't like using a cleaner and then handing them a ball that looks duller than what it was, and I feel like I have to polish it a little bit to get it back to what they want. Otherwise, you're like, well, now it looks dirtier, like it's dusty.
Normal, what is it? Normal motives are dull finish.
A lot of them are, yeah, I would say so. Sorry, y'all. We're just kind of, I had somebody come in and we're testing out some new ball cleaners and stuff. So it happened as soon as I went live. So I figure you guys can listen to us talk about this a little bit, and then we can we'll chat a little bit more here in a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna, I'll give it a try, and we'll use it. We'll look at it, and probably I don't want to talk pricing or anything with people listening right now, but you can write some stuff down and let me know what cost and everything is, and kind of analyze it next to all the other junk that's in the counter, because it's it's all priced different, which is kind of crazy to me. Oh yeah, if they ever carry it, that's my problem.
One of the other ones.
I've had so much trouble with getting things most times.
I live about 12 minutes from here.
Okay.
And it's made in my house.
Okay.
As of right now.
Okay. All right, that's the best way to start. You've got a ton of overhead. I mean, it costs a little bit more to make stuff out of your house because you're not making as much, so your cost kind of goes up in that way. But at the same time, you're not, utilizing a factory and paying people and everything else yet. But once you grow to that, if you grow to that, that's kind of what you're looking for, is mass production then. But yeah, and that's what's kind of cool about this type of thing, is you print the labels, you do all that, you order bottles and stuff right online, and as long as you know the scientific deals of what's in the cleaner, then you're in good shape.
Absolutely.
Problem is, you just got to stay away from people trying to tell you you're going to a dollar store and you're grabbing Fabuloso and putting alcohol in it.
Right.
That's that's one of those rumors that went around on other cleaners.
Correct.
So whether that's true or not, of course they say it's not, and I have no skin in the game to say yes or no. So it is what it is. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go to get some of that orange clean stuff and make some. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where the industry is going, is you can make some kind of product or something to sell. In BowlerX, we're always looking for stuff that we can make our own, different types of things and how we can improve things and all that. So
Did I see some shoes for you guys? New shoes?
New shoes?
Didn't they have a BowlerX logo on?
I think they have somebody that is actually custom making shoes, yeah. So they are, I think it's a paint thing that they do. They paint the shoes in whatever design you want, in whatever way you want. So whoever's doing it is doing a heck of a job. I think they look pretty cool. So I think it is a paint. Don't quote me because I can't tell you for sure. But I think it's somebody that custom designs them. They custom paint them and do that stuff for them. So
it was on your website and it looked like they were for sale.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
quite interesting.
I think you, well, I mean, if you can get shoes right now, because now shoes and everything else are all stuck on the boats over in California and everything. So
very true.
I can't really get a whole lot of bags. I can't really get shoes in. I can't get a whole lot of things right now. Bowling balls have been pretty easy to get, which is, I guess, the most important part. So that's good.
Absolutely. But you had to carry in the box, you carry in the box.
Yeah, right. Oh. Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, I've had quite a few people come in and say, they're looking for new triple rollers and stuff, and I've only got 3 of them in here that I even have left, and these 2 are only in here because they're the most expensive of the group. That All-Star bag is, for a triple roller, it's almost $200 just for a triple. Bags are expensive, man.
Yes, they are.
That Strike Force was the last one that the distributor had, so I snagged it up while I was there. So yeah. Anyway, so we're looking at a new cleaner. I'm sorry, what was your name? Eric. So Eric came in. We got what's called a Radical Restore Extreme Bowling Ball Cleaner. we're trying out, we're checking out. He wanted to leave some samples and stuff, so tried it out on this here motive ball, the ripcord, the original ripcord. Actually, I don't know which ripcord this was, but there was a bunch of them.
I think that is the.
This is the original ripcord, and then there was what the teal ripcord, right? And then the velocity.
And the flight.
Yeah, the flight was the teal one, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but anyway, so we tried it out on this. We're gonna try and see how it works with cleaning bowling balls and stuff for customers. So we'll try it out, and I don't have a problem selling it. We'll see what happens, see how it goes. Got some business card. Eric Tucker, that's what it is. Okay.
From Wolverine Lake. Little Wolverine Lake.
Oh, Wolverine Lake. All right. Cool. Right on.
We've got a few people in Iowa using it now.
Yeah.
A few people in New York using it now.
That's good.
So it's getting around.
If you got connections, you can get it around pretty easy, So, did you talk to Lee already?
I've messaged back and forth with Lee and Krista.
Okay.
And told them I'm coming to see you because
Okay.
you were close to me
Right.
compared to them.
Right. What's on this one? You get all kinds of info on this one.
Yeah, these were my sample bottles.
Okay.
And my labels came in 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So we started dislabeling others and relabeling with the last label.
Right.
I think I've gone through 4 sets of labels now, and now that's my final product.
Okay. Cool.
QR code for people that want to go to the internet and see the website that we got going.
Nobody uses the internet now. What are you talking about? Internet is no good. No, yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I haven't even built a website for this shop. Like we've got the BowlerX, website, but that's the broad, website for Lee and his shop and the online store. And we haven't added anything for this yet. And I've just been too busy trying to do a lot of other stuff. And I'll be honest, I've been really lazy that I haven't put it together yet. I've started working on like an app too, for training and all that stuff, and developing an app that I have it. It is up. You can't find it yet. And I'm not going to tell anybody how to find it yet, but where I'm uploading videos for training and all that stuff too. So, and it'll have some cool stuff for people that live around here. They'll get like a code of some sort where they can get a discount at the shop, a discount on lessons and stuff like that, in-person lessons and all that stuff. But it'll be for people who, I get a lot of people who will, they'll fly over here, they'll travel over here to get lessons and have some balls drilled and stuff. And sometimes people just don't have that option. So, right now I've got a few people that have shipped some stuff out to have stuff drilled, and I keep that as an option. And then we will do the app for anybody that wants to learn from the distance. We do online virtual lessons where somebody will send in a lesson or send in a video of them bowling, and then I'll analyze it and I'll put a video back together, say, hey, this is what you need to do to correct these small things, and usually it's about a 10-minute video, but that's I don't think that's as beneficial as having a list of drills and specific key points that can teach you how to work on specific things, so, and maybe through that app too, you'll make it to where you can submit a video and, get a quick tip or something. I don't know. I'm still working on it, but I think it'd be cool. And then maybe, I'm thinking possibly putting together like, cause it's going to be a monthly thing that I'm going to do, because there's going to be a lot of work and updating videos and stuff constantly. So people are going to have to pay for it. I might actually add certain products and stuff that every month you get whatever, a towel, a cleaner, so hey, you might come into play on that. We never know. Maybe everybody will get one of these little small bottles or something, as a part of that. And, a towel with, BowlerX towel or something, a shirt or whatever it may be. I have no idea. I'm still kind of just kicking ideas around. So, or there'll be tiers maybe. Maybe it'll be like normally $19.99 a month, and then you get access to everything. And then if you pay let's call it, $49.99 a month, every 3 months you get a ball of choice or something. For every 3 months you stay on, you get a ball of choice that we ship to you, or something along those lines. I think that would be pretty cool, because then now you're getting 4 or 5 bowling balls for a lot less than what you'd be getting if you actually paid for them up front. So maybe it won't be ball of choice. Maybe it'll ball of choice on a a certain scale, certain list or something. But you know where I'm going with it. That's we're heading that direction. It's just I keep telling myself, man, you could be a millionaire if you do the right things. And then I find myself sitting on the couch saying, yep, I sure could. And I'm still sitting there. Not really sitting there. I'm just like, hi, just how do you go about, all right, here's my steps. This is where I got to go. It feels like I have to go from here to here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in the middle that need to be done. And getting to there is the hard part. It's so hard to go from one to the next.
Got a good start.
Yeah. I think this shop is in good shape. This shop is a good start to what we're trying to do. The weather's kicking my ass right now because it's still nice out in Michigan. If it's above 60 and sunny, there's not a soul going to be in a bowling center except for the diehards, So it makes it tough for shops in this area. I mean, I get my normal clientele who are, they're the avid bowlers. They're the people who have been waiting for the season to start and stuff. But as far as the normal walk-ins and stuff like that, you don't get them when the weather's nice. Just it doesn't really happen.
I did the
Not for
summer
us.
league. I wanted to get better.
Yeah.
So I did the summer league.
Yeah, we did some classes and clinics over the summer, and we did I think 3 classes. They were 6 weeks long. It was like it was $395 for the class, so you get 6 weeks of training. It was an hour in the classroom and an hour on the lanes. We refit you, we checked your fit, we did all that stuff. We taught you a bunch of different stuff through 6 weeks, and you got a ball out of it. So we laid the ball out, we drilled the ball for you for $400. You got 6 weeks of training and a ball.
That's
Tough to
great.
beat that, So
That's awesome.
we will we'll do that again next summer, except we'll do a lot more of them. This was more of the can we fill these up, and to our surprise, we did pretty good filling them up. So, and I'll edit it and redo it and make them a little bit. Maybe we'll do an advanced one to keep people on their toes a little bit. But yeah, we'll do that. We got a matchmaker coming up on the 13th of October, so in 2 weeks. They'll come here, Storm Matchmaker, all the new Storm balls, Roto Grip. The 900 Global balls will be here. So 13th from 3 to 6. We got a league starting at 6:30, so it works out pretty good that way. So we'll have that. I don't know how many people will show up for that because the weather's still nice. I don't know if it'll be, but I figure if anybody's going to draw them, it'll be the Storm Roto Grip one that'll draw them out. So, and then we'll do another one in November. We'll probably do Brunswick in November, and then we'll do Motive in December, the first week of December. At least that's what we're trying to do, is have one each month for the next 3 months. And I'm still working with California Bowling a little bit, trying to get them to put something like that together as well. So then I can do a little bit of a matchmaker for them here and get some stuff. So they're sending me, a gaggle of bowling balls now, because as soon as I won this trophy, as soon as I won that one, he's like, yeah, now we got to get you to win with our stuff. And I was like, well, I've got 2 bowling balls that I really like, and they didn't really come and play a whole lot. So you got to send me some stuff for me to, start playing with layouts, start testing covers, testing stuff around. So they're sending me a bundle of bowling balls to do some layouts and stuff with, and kind of compare with what I've got and see if we can't, do something a little more, because they don't really have, like any. They're going to have a hard time getting big name staff guys right now because of obvious reasons.
Absolutely.
Competing in this industry is really hard for bowling balls. So just the fact that they took that step, I think, is a good move, because now I can take some of these balls that I do like. So I think there's 3 that even have a chance of making my bag right now. And it's that YOLO Rocks, that Joker, and the Geek. There's a reason why I have a Joker and a Geek on the wall, because they're actually good. They're really good. The YOLO Rocks I don't have on the wall just because I just did the review. I don't even think it's released yet. So, but it's a good looking ball. But
you just did one after the Geek. I'm trying to remember what it was.
yeah, there's a few of them. There's that new diamond, that purple diamond. There was the gold bowling ball. I don't remember, the Incredible X maybe. The secret diamond, I think, that purple one. The YOLO Rocks. There was the dynamite earlier. There's a few of them over there that. But that's the thing with. I'm going to be honest with people. If I don't like it, I don't like it.
I'm going to tell you I don't like it.
I'm not going to tell you I like a ball if I don't like a ball. So That's the difference in the reviews that I do compared to, you know, staffer reviews and all that.
Can you get my puppet?
Your poppet? Where's that?
Right there.
Oh, this one. Ah.
Sit down.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm going to keep these on hand. I will keep this here. Actually, I'll take this one by the spinner and start using it on the spinner and stuff and see how it reacts there. And
Appreciate that.
kind of go from there and talk to Lee, see what he says. And, you know, go from there.
You want me to leave a few more? Do you send stuff back and forth to Pennsylvania or no?
I don't send anything out there. No, he normally is the one to send stuff to me.
I can send
But you definitely should send some out there to him, have him try it out and stuff. You know,
I'll definitely do that.
yeah, I'll keep a few here. Some of my core bowlers that I know use cleaner, I'll have them try some stuff and get some feedback on from them and see what they say about it too. So,
Great.
you know, worst case scenario, I can at least tell you which direction you need to go, or at least, you know, what these guys think. Because again, I you know, if I'm being honest, I don't. Other than like on this, I could see the difference between how a ball turns dull versus doesn't turn dull, or vice versa, you know, whatever. I don't remember. Yeah, oh yeah, this was the dull side. On this side stayed somewhat shiny. But that's the only thing I notice out of a cleaner is, you know, that if I got a cleaner that doesn't dull a ball like acetone, I'll be in good shape. Because
Right.
it literally looks like you're phasing the ball and you're turning it into, you know, dust. And that's not a good look. I don't like that.
Not at all.
You know, so if I use a cleaner on this ball and, you know, it dulls that spot that I clean, that's not good. We're not after that. And maybe it's clean, sure, but you're changing the surface a lot too. You know, I mean, you're going to change the surface no matter what when you clean a ball, but you don't want it to be, you know, in a duller way or a hook way
Don't need that.
necessarily. So, but yeah, this is my hole in the wall. Pretty big hole in the wall, but
It's very nice over there.
yeah, we got we just put that TV up because that's the one that goes out on the lanes for the tracking device out there on lane 40. We have Strike Seeker, so the cameras are set up out there. We can use that whenever and tell everybody where they are throwing it or not throwing it, how fast they're throwing it. Yeah, you can see them hanging up over the lane on top. So basically, Strike Seeker's cool. I like it better than anything right now, including, you know, like Specto.
Stefko and then the torch.
Yeah, Specto and Torch. Specto is the on-lane thing. Specto is great for like manufacturers, people using or doing ball testing and stuff like that, because it'll tell you literally every foot all the way down the lane where the ball's crossing, all that good stuff, the speed from different sections, all that. So it's great for that. But what I like about Strike Seeker is it's actually got a camera set up to where it will, as soon as you throw that shot, it replays that shot over and over again. So you can see yourself throwing the ball from the front and from the back, and you can still see the lines and where it's going on the lane again. Specto didn't have that. Specto, I mean, they need to add that. They need to add some kind of system to it, but Specto's probably more accurate, you know, to the tee, to the amount of, you know, but I just need to know where I hit in the front and where it went down lane with the speed. You know, I don't need to know the rest of that stuff unless I'm really. It was cool at Turbo because I could literally show the difference from ball to ball, you know, and you could see like when Mo and Phil do their radical reviews, even though visually you can't see the ball make any difference because honestly, again, layout is very minimal on what a ball actually does. You can't see the difference in the ball by your eye, but when you go and you look at the data from Specto, you can see, okay, it really actually had, you know, 3.5 or 4 inches difference in motion overall than the other one. And that doesn't equate to being able to see a different motion, but it equates to the ball's going through the pins differently. You know, it's not deflecting as much and, you know, stuff like that. So
That's
makes a
hard
big
for me to
difference.
do is to watch the ball exit the pin deck.
Right.
But it's very important to me to try to figure that out.
Yeah.
To know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the videos that I'm probably going to have to make is paying attention to that. I haven't done something like that yet, so that is a good idea. I got a lot of videos. I had an entire list of people, they hundreds of comments of people making, you know, recommendations for videos, and I haven't went back to that yet to actually start making any of those videos. Would you stop? What are you doing? Quit it. What are you trying
I
to do?
want a different Ryan.
Okay, so pick a different one. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I got a lot on my plate that I'm trying to do, but this is what I do. I go live whenever I feel like I need to kick myself in the butt. I'll go live to at least have something going, something doing, because then I can look back, and it's not like everybody's on here asking questions. I'm sure I haven't even looked at it at all to talk to anybody yet. I've just been chatting, but I'll go back through it here in a minute. I'll sit down and we'll go back through it. Don't worry, everybody, I'm coming. I know it's supposed to be a Q&A. We're getting there. So, but yeah. So I will take these and we'll leave them and we'll have them used. Unless you don't want to leave more than leave these here. So I'll have people use them and kind of get some data and get
Feedback
some
is
feedback.
everything.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
When I get a chance to get out here again, I'll come see you soon.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. What?
Daddy,
What
yeah.
Are you a monster? All right. We'll see you again, I'm sure. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Knocked my cup down.
Wow.
All right, let's go chill, sit, talk about all this stuff again. Ugh. We're going to scroll back up. Let's see what we got. Take care, man. We'll see you. All right, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. All right. So I'm just kind of going back through, looking at some of the comments here. I was chatting, had a guy come in wanting to sell a new ball cleaner. So he's been talking with Lee at BowlerX, and he lives down the road from me. So we were gonna, I just wanted to test some ball cleaner out for him and stuff. I didn't know he was coming in today. I thought he was coming in this weekend. I guess Friday's kind of the weekend. Not really, but that's okay. But again, so like I was telling him, I mean, I don't, when it comes to ball cleaners, like there's one thing I notice, and it's whether the ball gets dull after or not. If the ball is dull after I clean it, I don't like that, unless the ball was already dull. If it was already dull, then fine. Or if it was just lane shine because it was, when it was dull and then I got lane shine, fine. That's good. But if it's a shiny ball and I just go to clean it and now it's dull after I clean it, I'm not a fan of that, So here's a question for you. Good question. Yes, I am. And I'm going to catch up. I'm going to do some more. I got to catch those up for all the members and all that stuff. So we're going to do some giveaways here shortly. Again, that's why I'm doing the live video now, so I can get my act together and start doing a little bit more of what I'm supposed to be doing with, the channels and stuff. I mean, we've been making plenty of videos and all that. But I'm going to be doing a lot more here soon. I got to get everything going. I've had a lot of things outside of the pro shop kind of holding me back. So my bag's in the middle of the floor. I got to move my bag. My kid dragged it out there. We don't need to drag it. But yes, I am going to do some more giveaways and all that. So, all right. Yes, Michael, that was Eric Tucker. He was just in here. Have I crossed with Dio Bernard at all? I don't think so. Crossed near him, but not on the same pair. Nothing beats CTD products, and I have tried a lot. You'll have to explain to me why. Because again, like I said, just a lot of the cleaning products are, they're all the same to me. But again, I'm not an aficionado or whatever it is. I don't know a lot about ball cleaners and stuff like that. I never really paid any attention to that type of stuff. So never paid attention. Lane Masters has good cleaner. Jesse, the rubber marks on a bowling ball generally are from a belt in the back. The belts, pull up the bowling ball onto the rack, onto the tram, and it drops it down in and pushes it. Or when it comes up into the ball return, those wheels are made out of like a rubber, and sometimes, if they're not calibrated properly, they could be spinning too fast and they burn off a little rubber onto the bowling balls. A couple different spots that do it. Storm React to Clean for the shiny, clean and dull for matte. Shane, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. He's going to bring me some numbers and stuff. All right, here we go. Here's a question. I need a middle ball, but can't decide. I have the Hammer Sauce, low RG, real strong and early, 300 Chaos, the Black Chaos, shiny, high RG, late Hockey Stick, and a Hammer Raw Pearl. 2 weeks. Suggestions. You need a middle ball from there. So in between like that, I would say in between the Chaos and the Raw would be the Melee Jab. The Melee Jab will probably actually be overall stronger than all those bowling balls. But it is that same, it's definitely stronger than a Raw. Probably not as strong down lane as the Chaos Black was. So that would probably be a good middle ground ball for that one. Didn't expect the year's newest and the hottest free agent, not to mention Dad, to be in the chat. I'm not sure. I don't know. So what's the discount price to launch this cleaner? I have no idea. I don't even know what it costs. Couldn't tell you. I'll find out soon enough. Andy, bowling in the Rocky Mountain, Virginia on the 22nd, 23rd. Mike Albee, 38 feet. They use that a lot for the PBA 50 guys. I don't know why. But, you know, from what I've seen at some of these, that pattern hooks quite a bit. So you're smoother. A lot of times you can use a bigger, stronger bowling ball that has got a smooth third number for dual angle. Not necessarily pinned down, but something that's got a little bit higher third number that smooths out the transition, makes it a little bit more rounded. Generally a good idea to start on those, and then as you move left, you can, you know, go to something with a little taller third number than that. Usually straighter too is pretty good. Hi, Danny. What's happening? I got my tea here. We're just kind of chilling. You know what? That's funny, Josh. Actually, I don't. She doesn't look like she spins the ball. That's what's really weird. When it comes off her hand, it doesn't look like that. But it's because she's got some funky mechanics at the end. She almost finishes on the right foot and then kind of hops over the left foot at the very end. So it kind of throws you off a little bit. But it doesn't look like she helicopters it. It doesn't look like it really spins that much, but it does. Having trouble getting a good hook due to speed, but I'd rather not change my swing. Advice? I mean, if you're not willing to change something in your physical game to get your speed to come down, you know, your swing should follow your feet. So if you're using a ton of muscle in your swing, you don't have a choice but to, you know, try to change your swing. If you're not using a whole lot of muscle, then all you got to do is slow your feet down. Your swing should follow your feet. So, you know, you could try laying balls out stronger, using a lot more surface maybe, if you're, you know, that speed dominant. But I would suggest getting some lessons and seeing if you can't get something to slow down a little bit. Greg, actually, Dr. G said that I needed to drill this ball up and do a review. So that's on the lower price point. So Brunswick usually doesn't send me the lower price point bowling balls for review. I'm not really sure why, but they don't. So I could probably request, you know, certain ones that I wanted to look at, like that new Intel Special Edition. I've got one sitting on the shelf here. I do have a Torque sitting on the shelf, so maybe I'll drill them up and do a review for them myself. But we'll see. I don't know. I might. We'll see. I know Greg's going to do a Torque review, so you can definitely see it out of him. I'll get him to do it next week. What's that? Sorry, no time. What's that? It's just iced tea, folks. I'm just high on life, that's all. All right, oh God. Am I getting to the bottom yet? I think I'm getting here. Yeah. Hey, everybody, make sure to hit that like button. Smash that like button real fast for me. Just hit the like button, comment, do all that good stuff. Just to, help out. For those of you that are a fan of the pages, the BowlerX channel, my channel, all that, make sure to hit the like button on all of them. Heck, you can even hit the dislike button. I really don't care. I think it still helps the algorithm either way. So for those of you that don't like my channel and you hit the dislike button, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I think that still helps my channel either way. So I don't know. Hit one of them. Hopefully hit the like button, though. Hit that like one. Smash the like button for me. That's good. All right. The new Quantums. Those should be higher end balls, right? So I would imagine that they're going to send them to me. So I should be getting all those New Brunswick balls here pretty soon to be able to do the reviews and stuff like that for them. Tigers playing the Sox tonight. Let's go Tigers. Come on, Tigers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Friggin' Tommy Noble. Where's your comment? I can't see your comment. $4.99 super chat for Tommy Noble. This is how you get your comment read right away. Super chats will get it every time. Practiced a ton to work the inside. Release looks good, but I can't hit my target now. One strip drills aren't helping. I tend to pull down. Drill ideas. So work inside release. I would really have to see it, but most times that means you're shutting your shoulders down. My guess is you're missing left a lot because you're shutting your shoulders down. Pay attention to your left shoulder if you're right-handed. If you're right-handed, keep this arm out in front of you, over-exaggerate it as long as you can. So put a dumbbell in your hand if you have to. Keep it out in front of you. Don't let it whip back, because as soon as the left shoulder goes back, your right shoulder has to go forward. So we don't want that to happen. So make sure you get that taken care of there. If that doesn't help, hit me up. We'll get you squared away. Get back up now. I gotta scroll back up here, Walita. Have you ever experimented with changing how you drill your interchangeable thumbs at different angles and areas? Yeah, all the time. I'm one of those guys that I'll be bowling good for a month, and then all of a sudden something just won't feel right. So I'll drill a new thumb and I'll do it at a different pitch to accomplish whatever it is I'm trying to accomplish. If I feel like I need to get out of it faster, I'll add a little bit of left pitch, maybe a little bit of reverse, and I'll do that. If I feel like I need to get my hand around it more, I'll go back to 0 on my pitch laterally and maybe go a little bit more forward. Helps me stay in it longer and helps me to circle my hand around it when I need to. So that's generally where I go with that. I got to get back up past where I was. So now I'm so far, man, I don't even know. See, these are the comments that get you noticed too, because that's an awesome comment. That is exactly, he's right too. He is absolutely right. Best advice right here. All right, trying to scroll down. What would you recommend a bowler to do that's been out of league a while to do body work? Body work. I guess I don't understand your. I'm not sure. I don't understand that, I guess. Working out, maybe? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not really sure. I don't know. Sorry, I don't understand your question. Yes, John, I will. I'll put any interchangeable in you want. As far as, well, I'm waiting for the Jopo guy to come and set a bid up for me at the right depth, because I don't know what depth he has all his Jopos at. So right now we've got Vice and IT in here, so we can do either one. So if you want a ball drilled and shipped to you, we can do that. And that goes for everybody. You guys want balls drilled? You want me to lay out a ball for you? If you know your PAP, or if you don't know your PAP, I can tell you how to go find it, and then you can just measure it out. Tell me what your measurements are, and I can lay out a ball for you based on whatever your PAP is. You can send me your spec sheet, or you can ship me a ball that I can get the specs off of, and then I'll write it all down, keep it on file. Every time you want a ball drilled, we'll go directly off of that spec sheet, You'd be good to go each time. So yes, we can do ITs or switch grip right now. Next week, hopefully, we should be able to do Jopo as well. See another comment. It's always going to get you noticed. Whenever you have nice, wonderful compliments, boom, you get noticed. Yeah, the trend too. A lot of hype around that. I think because it's the Belmo ball, so it's going to be, it's going to be hyped up because that's the way it goes. So we're going to have that one here on the 13th. Anybody in this area that wants to demo any of the Storm Rotogrip 900 Global Bowling balls that are on there, we're going to have that coming up on the 13th. Trend 2 included on there. This is the old one. I got the new one that needs to go put in there, but yes, those will be here on the 13th from 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. Yeah, I was actually talking about that a little bit earlier. The training app. Still trying to decide which direction I want to go for a lot of these things, because it's going to be something that I want people to really see good value out of it. It can't be free because it's going to take me an awful lot of updating and constantly adding videos, constantly adding things to it. It's going to have a lot of fitness type stuff in there. It's going to have a section for fitness. It's going to have a section for drills. It's going to have a section for just about everything in a part of the game, including women. There's going to be a section specifically designed for women, and a section specifically designed for seniors, older folk, so they can, because the way they have to do things is a little bit different than what your typical younger cats, do things. Women's bodies are are shaped a little bit different. There's techniques that are just a little bit different for women. A lot of times you have to do things a little different to get your hand to do the right things. So, is that Olivia Sandham? It is. I haven't seen her in quite some time. Watching something on Bowl TV that's on YouTube over here. Olivia's bowling. Haven't seen her in a while. She still throws it good. Anyway. Peter, the people that use it, they say they really like it. It's from what I've seen, it's a pretty good product. It's sturdy. It doesn't move. It locks in really well. I haven't seen many issues with it. All interchangeables are going to have that. It's going to have that issue of swelling. When they start pressing on the outer, it makes them tight. So all of them are going to have that kind of an issue over time. So, I think it's just another good interchangeable product. I don't see a problem with it. They say you should wipe your ball off after every shot if you want more consistency. I do. But mostly I'm not concerned with getting the oil off per se. It's more just part of my routine. It's just to make sure I'm doing something every single time before I throw the ball, so maybe you have to wipe your shoe off. You'll watch certain people that they have to do the same thing over and over again. And it's, if they stop and have to redo it, they go through the entire routine again, so some people have a lot of quirks. You never know. But yes, I do. And you should clean your bowling ball after every time you bowl. I know that's kind of a pain in the butt, not necessarily the most convenient thing to have to do, but yes, you should. Best ball of all time? That's a silly question. We already know the answer to that. Purple Hammer. Come on, man. We already know this. No, for me, I think even though I've only got I've got my 5 regional titles, only one of them has been with the Purple Hammer. But the Purple Hammer has gotten me a lot of top 5 finishes. I can tell you that. My most recent title was with a Dark Code Zen RSTX2, you know, and those three were basically the three that I used all tournament. So the days that lately, the last three events, we haven't used urethane. I haven't needed to. They've been a little bit softer. The lanes have been a little bit easier, so scores have been a little bit higher, so you don't need to control the back part of the lane as much. This coming weekend, urethane will be back in play, I'm sure. We're bowling on the light volume Chameleon 39 feet, back down to 26 mil. So down in EJ's place, we're gonna end up seeing urethane come into play for sure. So I will have all three of my purple hammers with me. I have a tank blitz down there that I might actually drill. It's been sitting. I've been hiding it because you can't get them anymore. I wasn't going to sell it unless somebody's got the right number for me. If somebody got the right number, I might sell it. But I did like the tank blitz, so it's one that I might keep for myself. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. What's up, Brian? I am a stud, aren't I? Look at this. Yeah, I'm a stud. Stud with straighter teeth. Ha-ha. Been using these liners for, I don't know, about 12 weeks now. It's a 16. I got 16 different aligners. It's a 5-month program. Doing pretty good. I'm on aligner 12 right now, so I've got 4 more to go, and then I'll be good to go. But my teeth are a little sore right now because the last stretch has really been pushing my teeth into certain spots. But if you've seen the before and after on my teeth, I had some nasty gap, real bad gap in between my 2 buck teeth there, and down here everything was all like jagged. It was pretty bad, but now they're pretty good. So actually I've been getting compliments on my smile. I've never had compliments on my smile before until now. Now they're like, oh, you have such beautiful eyes and a wonderful smile. Thanks. Yeah, whatever. Don't judge me. All right. Lane Ghost. I've never heard of that cleaner. Cleaner called Lane Ghost. That's interesting. Jim Ward. Got Jim on Facebook. Hey, if y'all ain't got me on Facebook, make sure to head over. I have an athlete page, fan page, whatever you want to call it. My normal page doesn't have enough room to add any more people. It's got a 5,000 person limit. So I have my fan page over there as well. So make sure to go and hit that up over there if you could, if you would like to, please. That would be great. And like the BowlerX Pro Shop and Training Center page, go hit that up so you guys can see everything that's going on there, whether it be info on the app, info on online lessons. I know I'm going to be doing some clinics and classes that will be online, virtual clinics and classes. So be sure to be on the lookout for those. You have to be a part of my my Facebook page in order to get all that info, or YouTube or whatever, you know. So anyway, Jim's question. Any advice for a senior bowler like me, who's 63, to get a little bit more speed on the ball? Right now, you're about 12 miles an hour. I'm guessing that's probably 12 miles an hour down lane, which would be about 14 off your hand, between 14 and 15. It has a little bit slower. I don't know your rev rate, but if you want to get more speed, you've got to speed your feet up. I don't know how possible that is for you. I don't know if you have bad knees, bad legs, bad joints, all that good stuff. At 63, you're not a young spring chicken anymore. So definitely need to get yourself, get your feet moving, get your feet going a little bit quicker, and you'll be in good shape. At least, hopefully. Uh-oh. How would you play the Phoenix 2.0? I have no idea. I don't know what that is. Couldn't tell you. What, buddy? What?
The chair is not down.
Go pick it up.
I can't.
Oh, my goodness. You knocked the chair over. Got to go pick it up. Be right back. Come on. Here.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Get out of here, superstar. Oh,
Dinosaur.
I'm going to sit on you. All right.
Dinosaur.
Go watch your show. All right, here we go. What do we got? Chuck asks, why would a ball not drive through the pins when the
Dinosaur.
house shot gets increased oil volume?
Dinosaur.
but still has a significant
Dinosaur.
dry area.
Dinosaur.
And hook. Let me read that one more time. Out of ball, not drive through the pins.
Dinosaur.
When the house shot gets increased oil volume, but still has significant. You know, honestly, I think what we were noticing here, we've been looking at some testing and some different things here as well. Sometimes if you put out too much volume, the extra volume can make a bowling ball almost like your rooster tail. You're not actually rooster tailing, but it can slow a bowling ball down. So there's a line that you can cross. If you put too much volume in certain parts of the lane, the ball gets to that part and actually slows down a little bit because it's just like going through a puddle, you know. So you got to be careful with the amount of volume on the lanes, especially if it's a softer surface. The softer surfaces tend to have crevices, lower areas, and stuff like that. So sometimes you can see a higher increased volume cause your ball to slow down more. So increasing the volume isn't necessarily the right move for getting balls to finish through the pins a little bit better. So be careful with that. I'm always going to post that when somebody says something like that. Now, I know some of you may be offended by something like that, but I'm not. I think that's a great comment, and I agree with it. So I will let you have your glory along with God. So if you're offended by that, not sorry. All right. Trying to get through these. I'm way behind. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a few months behind. Being honest with you, I got some balls to give away here pretty soon. So we'll get some giveaways going. So those of you who are not members yet of the channel, I know there hasn't been a whole lot of or any members only videos lately, but supporting the channel is still a good idea because we are awesome over here. So make sure if you're on my channel, hit that join button and join that membership because I am going to be doing ball giveaways. So I have a few to catch up on. I think I got 2 or 3 months of ball giveaways to catch up on. So we've got at least 5 or 6 bowling balls to give away, and there'll be ball of choice. So make sure you're a member so you can get into that drawing. Vince from Woodbridge, Virginia. What tips can you give me to stop knee pain midway through the second and third game in league? Surgery? No, I don't. I mean, I guess it depends. I'm not really sure what you're doing. If you're planting, if you're sliding. For me, I get pain if I slide too much, which is really weird. I know most people it's from sticking or from planting too much. For me, it's from sliding too much. It causes knee pain for me. So I don't know. You'll have to do some testing, see what's causing it, see what the culprit is for causing the pain, and kind of go from there. Because otherwise, maybe just get a knee brace or something that can steady the knee a little bit more. Other than that, I'm not really sure. How's Greg doing? Greg's doing good. He's going to Bowl Regional this weekend, so I guess he's doing really well. Everybody keeps telling him how well he's throwing the ball. He hasn't been scoring great lately. He's learning a whole lot of new stuff. He's still trying to figure out ball motion with his own bowling balls and stuff. He's one of those guys. He's quirky. He can sit back and watch somebody else's ball motion and watch what they're doing, and he can tell them exactly what they need to do, and he can coach them up, and he can tell them. But then he just can't see it for himself. He doesn't see his own ball motion very well. What he thinks he's seeing out of his own ball, he's not necessarily seeing. So he gets in his own way a little bit there. A little pig-headed, a little stubborn at times, but he's moving in the right direction. I think he's going to get better and better. And, now that he had that issue health-wise, it's forcing him to lose a little bit of weight. So he's going to get his weight down quite a bit here, and it'll help his bowling as well. I can attest to weight loss helping your bowling. It can hurt your bowling at times too, but for me, I'm down from 245 to 185. So 60 pounds makes a pretty big deal. For me, it's I've been bowling great, and my endurance has been good. I haven't felt tired really. So for me, it definitely helps, and I think for him, You know, he's a 300+ pound guy. So soon he'll be under that 300 pounds. Once he gets there, I think he'll be in good shape. I think he'll be good. Finally caught up to the super chat from. We'll show that one more time. So finally caught up to that. Back again. What is my normal ball speed? Mine is generally about like 16.5 to 17 miles an hour off my hand. So, 14.5, 15 miles an hour down lane ish, something like that. So for me, would help me to see if what I do didn't see the rest of it. Matt Stafford looking good. Staff's my boy. I tell you what, I got to be honest. Stafford was he was playing pretty rough those last few games for the Lions before, and I think it's probably because he knew he was getting traded. He knew his time was coming to an end, so it didn't matter so much for him. I defended that guy for probably a good 5 or 6 years. Like, look, he's the only good player on our team. He's the only the guy that actually made anything happen for this team, and everybody's bashing him like he's the problem. And now look, granted he's only 3 games in, but he's player of the week for their region, for their district, or whatever you call it. 2 out of 3 weeks. So I don't know. He's played some pretty good football over these last couple of games. Beat the defending champs last weekend. Can't wait to see what he does for the rest of the season. Oh, crap. I just hit the button down again. Shoot. I'm way behind. Trying to scroll back up. I'm going to miss a bunch of them. I'm sorry. Congrats on the regional. New truck. Yeah, new truck. Sweet. Love that thing. Actually, and I went out and bought a little bass boat, little 9.5-foot bass boat with a trolling motor. Been taking the kid out on that. It's been pretty cool. And it just pops right in the back of the truck. I don't need a trailer. Don't need none of that. It's actually in my truck right now out in the parking lot in Waterford, because I'm like, you know what? If we get out of here ever, if I'm going to bring it with me all the time, at least until it starts snowing, of course. If we ever get out of here and feel like going fishing, pop it right in the lake and go jump in the water. It'd be pretty sweet. So thanks. I appreciate that. Where's the trophy at? It's up there. Here, we'll show you. Here, let's go take a look at the few trophies we got up here. There we go. Got a couple of them up here. U.S. Open trophy. A couple other PBA events. There's the latest one right here. Boss Snowplow, 2021 champ. My rookie of the year for Central Region. All that good jazz on my USBC Eagle, that 2009, I believe, when I led the U.S. Open. Won the Paragon for 17 grand, another PBA event, Michigan Majors, MSBS, all that stuff, college. I don't even know where half of my stuff is. Half of my trophies and stuff are in the garage, and they were dust collectors that I just brought the pretty ones in. I didn't bring any of the other ones in. All right.
But there's a baby bird and a daddy bird.
What is this? Recently went to buy a motive ball and found out they are shipping balls that are honeycombed inside. Local pro shop called for a new ball and was told to just plug and drill it. I haven't seen that yet. Honeycomb as in has air pockets inside, like little bubbles maybe. Interesting. I haven't seen that yet. Okay. That's a dumb comment. You're getting blocked. Aw, that's nice. Thanks, daughter Isabella. I want to tell you your favorite bowler. She loves you. Thanks. We love you too. Awesome. You like that. Yeah, we should do the new Quantums, the couple new DV8 balls, new Radical balls. So we're going to get those out eventually. I'm going to do the Power Torque or probably that Intel Special Edition. I got a couple new ones from California Bowling coming. I just got the shipping notice today that a bunch of balls are coming. So they're sending me a bunch of stuff to. I'm gonna try to test out some more of their bowling balls and see if we can't add some more to the bag, because I really do. I like the Joker and the Geek in certain parts, certain ways of playing a lane. So we're gonna try and do a little bit more with some of their stuff, because I mean, honestly, I think having more companies PBA certified, PBA registered, I think helps out everybody. So and more balls I can put on the wall, because we don't have enough already. All 70 of them or whatever they are here. I don't have any more room for any of them. I'd have to take the shoes off the wall, which I can't get shoes anyway because they're all stuck on the boats. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, now I got really. Now I got to fight with Ronnie to be somebody's favorite. Are you kidding me? That ain't right. That's just not right. Ronnie's a good dude though. I like Ronnie. He's a good buddy. Good man. That's a good question, actually, Gary. Big Bowling, are they coming out with any new ones? I haven't seen anything since that first batch. I wonder if COVID kind of messed them up a little bit. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But I have not heard of anything new coming out from them. So we'll see. It's a pretty common comment, I should say. You get a lot of people that they say they're dead money. I made a video kind of about this a little bit when we talked in one of my I guess you'd call it a vlog, or just a normal chat we would have. I'm indifferent about it. I do think there needs to be higher standards for who can actually compete. And I'm all for anybody competing. If you want to just go out and just to say you did it, that's cool. At the regional level, it is kind of entry driven. Your prize funds are entry driven and all that. At the national level, that's where I think the stipulations need to be higher, and I think they are. I think they are getting there, because they do the limited fields now. So basically, with 96 people in the field, there's always at least probably 90 of us that are going to bowl. We're going to sign up. So you'll get a few of the members who are not as competitive out there. I personally feel like I wish the PBA would go back to like an exempt tour type of deal. I know it's the money. It's tough to do it because it takes a lot of money. But I think it would be something to strive for. I really, really enjoy right now. I really like the way the regionals are going with the points and everything right now. And it's not just because I'm leading points, but it's because I had a reason to go after the points, and that's to make the RPI. So I made sure that I bowled all the events, and I like having that. If there was an exempt field for the national stops, I would be bowling all the national stops, trying to become exempt. If there was, if they said that, 64 people were exempt and were guaranteed a certain paycheck every week, why wouldn't I go for it? I definitely feel like I'm good enough. I'm just never have actually spent the time to go out and bowl full time. Every season I've bowled maybe half the events that, when I'm bowling a lot, I bowl about half the events out there, so I've never actually taken the money and gone out and bowled all of the events. With some change in circumstances over the last 5 months, I might be able to do that come this next year. We'll see. Who knows? But it's got to be worth my while. Is it worth me leaving the pro shop to go and, chase some money out as a bowler? As of late, yeah, it has been. I've made decent money bowling over the last 3 months now. Done pretty well, between regionals and some side stuff and all that. So, but yes, I think there are sometimes when there's some bowlers out there that we need to coach them up a little bit, I guess. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping through some of these, so if I don't get your question, I'm sorry. If you feel like your question is super important, you really want it answered, just hit that super chat, because then that'll make sure I have to answer it for you. I'll let you that, or I'm a jerk for not answering your question if you do a super chat. I'm not a jerk, so if you do that, I would answer it. But I'm just trying to get to the ones that either haven't quite been answered or haven't been asked yet. Dang it, man! See, why does it always do that? Just skipped me right back down there. Oh wait, no, I skipped up. No, I didn't. I'm just gonna scroll down the bottom. So sorry if I missed your question and stuff. I got so far behind because of Eric coming in with his ball cleaner, and we were chatting about that. So yeah, Joe, I think pre-qualifiers is a good idea. I like the idea behind the U.S. Open. I know a lot of people say they don't like it because it's not then open, but it is. It's open because anybody can qualify. Anybody can try to qualify. You just got to qualify in different ways. So, just like other sports, I can't go and just sign up for any professional golf tournament just because it says it's an open. You can't do it. It's just not possible. So why should anybody be able to just sign up and be able to go and cross with Belmore or Bill O'Neill or whoever? You shouldn't be able to just sign up, pay your money, and be able to do that. So that's the way I feel about it. I think you should have to qualify in certain ways. I think all events probably should be, I think there should be some type of pre-qualifier stipulations. Maybe you either had to have cashed in a regional or something to be able to bowl the qualifier for the PBA or something along those lines. Like, I don't know. There's just needs to be something so that way you don't get just a lot of fans bowling. And then again, that's not really that big a deal, but that's kind of what the pro-ams and stuff are for, is to, let them bowl in those types of things. And I know a lot of people just want to say, well, I just wanted to bowl an event to say I did it once. We've got the Masters. A lot of people go and bowl the Masters because that is open to anybody. Anybody that pays $500 can go bowl that event. So, and it is one of the better, more fun events out there for sure. It's more difficult, one of the harder events to win because of the format. It's kind of a crapshoot. Catch the wrong person at the wrong time in match play and on the wrong pair, you're in trouble. It's one of those events that I've never finished higher than, I think, 24th in. I think my best year was a while ago when I made it through the first 3 rounds of the winner's bracket and then ended up losing the next 2. So, it goes like you feel like you're doing really well, and then all of a sudden you catch a couple guys that I think I lost to Devaney. Devaney shoots like 780 at me. I think I bowled 690, and I got beat by almost 100. What was I going to do? There's not much I could do there. I didn't strike enough, and he struck a lot. So, and he did. He ended up making the show that year. That was one of the years in Reno. So, anyway, what do we got here? How's the steps to get a ball drilled on your shop? About measurements and all that stuff. If you've got your spec sheet, you can always email that to me. Scan a copy of it and send it to me. If you don't have your spec sheet, you can always ship me a bowling ball. Spend the $15 to ship a bowling ball. I'll ship it back free. I'll pay for the shipping to get it back to you. If you got a ball in mind, then we can take it off there. If you don't know your positive axis, take your ball, get a wax pencil or something, take it out on the lanes, go throw it, and then just mark that first ring of oil, the very first ring right next to your fingers and your thumb, and I'll be able to, measure it and get your pap off of that, So otherwise, if you know how to find your pap on your own, go do that. Go do it, mark it down. If you already know it, come in. come and mark it down, and we'll be able to get it for you or whatever. We'll be able to drill it for you. So if you got a ball in mind, just shoot me an email. You can shoot an email over to BowlerX@gmail.com, and we will get you all set up there. If you want virtual lessons, you can go over to BowlerX.com. You can get those either from myself or Krista Sandt. They are available over there at BowlerX.com. They may be difficult to find, so you might have to just Google it. I'm not really sure where to go in there to find that. And then, yes, we have our training app that will be coming, and it will be a pay-to-play type of thing that will get you the ability to see all of my, and they're going to be more detailed. They're going to be specifically for certain things, every aspect of the game, detailed, drilled down to where it shows you exactly how to do all these little things to get better. And it'll be a stepping stone. Where you start from here and you go all the way to here, and then you just get better as you go. So it's going to be one of those cool things. So, and then he says, "Cool, we're going to do that." I already know the PAP, so thanks for the info. There you go. So as long as you know your PAP, you're in good shape. We can do. We can chat a little bit about. You can get on the phone, chat with me about what you want to see out of ball reaction, and we can kind of go layout. If you got a layout already in mind, you just got to tell me what you want. We'll put it up there, and we'll get it done. So good to go. Appreciate you asking the question to get that out there. So for those of you that don't know, I'll drill a bowling ball for you from here. You just ship me a ball or tell me your specs, and we'll get it done. So, if you already got a good pro shop person, you trust your pro shop guy, then don't worry about it. But if you're looking for something new, looking for, something different, you want me to try to come up with some layouts and stuff for you, it's a good opportunity. All right, Matt, just got back into bowling after a 10-year break. Had to build a new arsenal, but found I need a strong ASIM pearl. Any suggestions? Yes. Strong ASIM pearl. I would go with either the incognito pearl or possibly a parallax effect would be a good option. I think those are probably your two best pearls as far as ASIM goes, because the Trend and the Trend 2 are, no, RSTX2 is another good option there. Yep, so those three are what I would probably say. Parallax Effect, RSTX2, Incognito Pearl. Legion Pearl would be okay, I think. That's ASIM, right? Maybe. I don't remember. That would probably be a good option either way, though. Yeah, I would go in that route. Very broad question, Jim. I couldn't tell you. I don't know how you throw the ball. I don't know your tilt, your rev rate, any of that stuff. So, Intimidator Pearl, generally, what just disappeared on me. Generally, most pearls I go up with anyway, pin up, because you're just trying to use that cover for the, maximize that cover as much as possible. Get it to be strong off of the spot, get it to be strong off of the friction. Now, that's one thing we should talk about here. Hold on, let me get rid of this comment for a second. One thing we should chat about real quick is just because it's pin up, that doesn't mean it's going to go longer. Okay, and just because it's pinned down, it doesn't mean it's going to be stronger. That's not necessarily how it works. You got to remember that third angle, that third degree, when you're talking dual angles, the taller you put the pin, that just means it's going to be quicker response. That doesn't mean it's a longer. That doesn't mean just because the pin. I saw Mason Brantley actually posted a couple of layouts he did on an Insight and an RSTX2 where the pin was super high, so it must have been like a 5 or a 10 degree third angle or something, maybe even less, maybe 0. And he and some people were like, "Holy cow, does this ball go 50 feet and then go dead left?" No, not necessarily. Just because the pin's super tall, that doesn't mean it necessarily gets down the lane. Sometimes, if there's a lot of friction on the lane, that ball will actually roll quicker because it sees that friction and tries to go left immediately. So the taller you put that pin, the stronger it's going to respond to the friction. And the lower you put that pin, so the bigger third number, that means the the slower response it's going to be to the friction, the smoother off of the friction it's going to be. So don't get stuck in the pin up versus pin down thing. Okay.
I'm making a house.
Jackal Flash, yeah, see, I didn't see that as being that strong of an ASIM pearl. Maybe just for some people, so that might be a good option too. But as far as strength goes for big, strong, those other ones were the ones that I thought were stronger. Jackal Flash was pretty straight and smooth for me. Proof Pearl, another one that was, wasn't super strong. It was another one that was super clean, and it made a good motion down lane. That's a staple in my bag. That one stays in my bag still. I think I got one here that I need to, it's getting some games on it. So before I go to EJ's, because that's the ball that I used at EJ in Bluffton, his regional last year was that Proof Pearl. So I'll take that one, and I'll probably drill this one that I have on the wall too down there, because that ball matches up in that building. So I think we bowled on a 39-foot pattern there last year, 40 feet, something, maybe. I don't know, but I'm going to for sure be taking that ball. Best ball for low speed, high rev rate. Short pin, anything short pin. Just because you got to get the ball to be smooth, because your high rev rate with the lower ball speed is going to try to make it overreact on everything. So you got to get it to be not as responsive off everything. Lay that core down, get it to just kind of roll through the entire lane, allow you to do some different things. So I would be trying some short pin. My favorite short pin layout is 125 degrees by 2.5 by 70, which basically gets that pin. For me, it's back up over here, and then the CG goes in the palm. It's my nice controllable layout for me. Dylan, if you're leaving a 7-9 as a lefty a lot, you need to find a different bowling ball or a different layout, something that's going to either store a little bit more energy or be a little bit more continuous, because you're getting a lot of deflection. That is a lot of deflection. Either that, or maybe is your ball light? Do you use a 12-pound ball, 14-pound ball? Even 14 is okay, but if you start getting lighter than that, you're going to see some deflection. So you have to, or is your ball stopping? Do you play a hook stop quite a bit? You just got to look into get your ball to finish through the pins better, because 7-9, flat 7-9, not a good thing as a lefty. Would you do a ball trading? I bought a special Black Widow purple, but they sent me a 13-pound because it was the next available size, and I roll 16-15, so I have a new drilled ball. I don't know what to do with. Why would they send you 13 pounds if you ordered? Why wouldn't they just say, sorry, we ran out of 15 pounds? Like, yeah, I'm not going to trade for a 13-pound ball like that. That wouldn't do me much good. But I'd be in contact with them and send it back or something. I don't know who you got it from, but if I ordered a 15-pound ball and they sent me a 13-pound because they didn't have any more 15 pounds, I'd be like, yeah, no, no, thank you. It's not how this works. What kind of surface do you prefer on your dart code? I left mine out of box.
Dad,
What?
I don't know how to do the roof to the house.
Oh, okay. Figure it out. You'll get it. That's why it's there. Sorry, bud. You'll get it. I left my dart code out of box because I didn't like it at first in this building. I thought it was too smooth, too clean. But then I started using it in spots where I could get my feet far enough left and get my ball speed low enough. It let me kind of circle the lane really well. So it's been a go-to for me. Since that regional that I won with it, it was, it's really, really come into play for me. I even started taking the UFO alert because it was, good job, buddy. I told you could do it. because it's the dark code and the UFO alert basically look the same here. The UFO was a little bit smoother for me here, a little bit earlier. So I started taking the UFO with me as well. Ooh. And, you know, we'll see how they look. Weekend Hacker getting a new Zen, 60 by 4 1/4 by 30. Any idea what I can expect from that? Quite a bit of flare, you know, with 4 1/4 pin layout is pretty strong flare wise. Low number 30, it's gonna be pin up most likely, depending on your PAP, but it'll be pin up, so it's gonna be pretty responsive. 60 degrees isn't gonna matter on a Zen because it's symmetrical, so the 60 degrees is probably CG, so that's gonna make your pin and CG straight up and down, basically, more or less, pretty close. Not gonna matter so much, but 4 1/4, you're going to get decent flare and you're going to get a little pop down lane. So that's really close to what my Zen is. So you should like it for sure. I think mine's 4 1/2 by 45. So I like mine. So I don't see why you shouldn't like yours. Tried Nemesis. That was another one that I didn't get a feel for. I threw it over at Classic Lanes, which it's kind of like cheat code for making bowling balls go left, and it didn't even want to go left there. So I'm not really sure. Me and some of the motive stuff just don't get along. A lot of the weaker stuff we do, like this, even this the Supra, the new Supra Enzo. It was super strong. I didn't find a whole lot of areas that I was able to use it in for, anything. I've been taking it with me because in case I needed that clean rolly cover, clean rolly bowling ball, because it doesn't get going too strong down lane, but it reads the middle of the lane really well. So I took it with me as if my Zen or Dark Code or RSTX2 starts getting too far down lane, I have with the Supra that'll pick up a little quicker. So it was a special release from Bowler's Mart, Whittle Purple, and it was limited, so that's why they couldn't take it back. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, because if you didn't order 13 pounds, they should be taking it back no matter what, because you didn't order 13 pounds. So I'm not really sure how they're handling it like that, but I don't know. Omni Solid. I think that's another, I'm pretty sure that's symmetrical, isn't it? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was, though. 80 by 5 by 20. If it's not symmetrical, then that first number is going to be, it's going to get you down lane quite a bit. 5 inches is going to make it, a little bit cleaner, not as responsive, not as high flare, but that 20 degrees is what you're counteracting the 5 inches with the 20 degrees. So that's going to be interesting. It's already a pretty strong ball, pretty strong cover. So it's hard to say. I've never seen you throw the ball, but for me, that type of layout is going to be an awful lot like my Halos and stuff like that. Ones that the pin was above my middle finger, my Halo Pearl, where it was kind of hook stoppy. That's kind of how that layout looks for me. It looks like it makes a strong motion. It's so clean that it hits the spot and it goes left and it stops. So for tough conditions, it was good. Anything outside of that, it wasn't the greatest. So, yeah. Anyway, so I think we pretty much got through the comments, most of them anyway. I got to get out of here though. It's getting pretty late. This was my time, my way of wasting time at the shop because we have nobody here. It's a nice day out and there's not going to be anybody here. So, a reasonable price for drilling. Well, we charge $70 here for either walk-ins or off-the-shelf drilling. So all of our stuff on the wall is marked at, whatever you see at BowlerX.com. That's our pricing, and then we charge $70 to drill it, and that includes your grips and your slugs and stuff like that. So I know a lot of places actually charge a little bit more. Some charge less. I'm not going to charge less because we put a lot of time into making sure people's layouts and stuff like that are done right. We take people on the lanes, get their PAP, and do all that stuff. So whatever's reasonable is what's worth it to you. Somebody was talking the other day. They said, if like a logo designer, somebody that works in, graphic design, if somebody spends 5 hours to create a logo for you, and I can come up with a better one in less than a half an hour, and you like mine better, is mine worth less to you because I only spent a half hour on it, or is his worth more because he spent 5 hours? So I guess it's all relative. It depends on what you're really looking for as far as that goes. But for me, I think we've shown our worth. We've shown our knowledge. We spread our knowledge. We tell everybody. We try to teach everybody as much as possible, so that way there is no hidden agendas. There's none of this junk. Sometimes you'll see pro shops that will try and hide information and to make you come back to get information. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and give you all the information right up front. We're going to talk about it every time you come in. So, assuming I don't have 100 people lined up to get through here, which there's been days that have been like that. So, if you do come in and there's a lot of people in here, just be patient with me. Or, maybe I'll have to take a number thing in here for you, so I can start calling out numbers and stuff. Because there's days when it gets pretty busy in here, and if Greg's not here with me, not having 2 presses going can get pretty crazy at times. But Greg, I can drill 3 balls to Greg's 1. He's a real meticulous man. He likes to take his time. He wants to make sure things are done right. I do too, but I've drilled quite a bit more bowling balls than he has, even though he's older than me. I've been doing this for a while. So a lot of the times, he's the sales guy. He'll be out on the floor talking to people while I'm pounding out bowling balls in the back, and vice versa. When it's a little bit slower, I'll stay out on the floor and talk because a lot of times I get people that'll come in specifically to see me. So, and that's kind of been a lot of our business in this shop has been out of town, people that travel the distance, people that just watch the videos and stuff. Had a guy come in the other day that he got some balls drilled at a place down the road, not down the road, but in another city in the Metro Detroit area. Bought 3 balls, had them laid out and drilled, and brings them to me. He saw my channel a couple days afterwards, and he didn't like those bowling balls, so he came in. He said, I screwed up. I drilled these balls. I didn't do any research. I didn't do research about who was around and all that. Drilled these balls. I don't like them. They don't react well. They don't feel right. So he came in, and we looked at them, and they were way too long for him. All the layouts were 5.5 to 6 inch pens. No wonder he didn't like any of the layouts. So we plugged them up and refit them from scratch, and redid all 3 bowling balls. All of a sudden, all his bowling balls were hooking 1 million more than what they were, and bada boom, bada bing. We got a customer that absolutely loved, seeing his bowling balls do the right thing and feeling proper on his hands. So we get that a lot. The big thing we get in here a lot is people, they see me talk about ovals, and they look at their thumb hole and they're like, yeah, that's a round thumb. And they'll go back to their pro shop guy and they'll say, well, you don't need an oval. Nobody needs an oval. They're an older guy or something like that. Generally, they just stick with their old school techniques, or they just don't know how to drill an oval. So I get a lot of people that come in here and be like, hey, I heard you talking about ovals and stuff. Do I need an oval? And they'll show me this super flat thumb. I'm like, yeah, you don't need an oval. You need like a rectangle. you need a really big oval. So we end up doing an oval for them, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's like butter. Ball, I've never felt a ball come off my hand like this before. So that's how it goes. When you start to feel what a ball is supposed to feel like, then you really start to like the game. You really start to really start to enjoy the game again. And that's kind of where we're trying to go. Especially when I get somebody that comes in for a lesson, I try to make sure the first thing we always work on is something that is you're going to see immediate improvement. You're going to see it right away. So that way you're excited. So it's like, wow, I just made this big of a change. My score may not look great right away, but I can see the improved ball roll, or I can feel a big change in my swing, or, whatever it is. It's always going to be something. I pick something right away that, okay, we need to work on this, get it better, and then we can, kind of make some steps as we go. I had a guy in here the other day that, lives, just down the road. Again, found me on YouTube and came up and was like, I just felt like I needed to come get lessons from you, and had a big window, couldn't get the ball off his hand going right, shutting his shoulders down too much. So we really worked on his shoulders and getting his elbow to the inside, and all of a sudden his ball roll increases. It's shooting the ball to the right, and it's hitting the gutter and shooting left off of the gutter, and you can just see the gradual improvement come over his face, where he's just like, wow, that's really cool. You make some big improvements like that. It's really nice to see. So, yeah, we try to, and that's the cool thing about having Greg here too, is, Greg's the same type of teacher as me. He says things different, but he sees things the same way as I do when it comes to teaching, so if there's ever a time when he can't quite get somebody to do something he's trying to do, he'll call me over, and, and generally between the two of us, we can get it fixed up, or vice versa. If I'm having trouble with somebody, getting them to understand where I'm trying to get them to go or what I'm trying to get them to do, I'll call Greg over, and generally he can get them to get going in the direction that we're trying to get them to go. So, but anyway, so be on the lookout for online classes, online clinics, stuff like that. Probably will be released with the online app that I'm developing for your phone that you can take to the bowling center and be able to do the drills and watch the videos and the drills and everything right there in front of you. It'll give you more than likely a discount for a lot of the online stuff. Anything happening in store, if you're anywhere near me, you could get a discount here. Might be able to talk to Lee and get a discount for online as well. So for BowlerX.com. So you gotta go potty. Okay, let's go potty. Boys got to go potty. So we're gonna get out of here. You got to do what? You got to poop. Uh-oh, he's got to go poop. It's a good time to get going. So thanks guys for watching and coming out. Make sure to hit that like, share this around so that way people can see it. And we will see you guys later. Take care.